Hey everyone, my name's George Farmer, also known as the Aquascaper, and today I'm going to run through how I maintain my Asian jungle aquascape. So I've actually let this go for the last 3 weeks or so. I've just been so busy. I haven't maintained it since my 40th birthday party, funnily enough. So it's going to be quite a big maintenance process. There's quite a lot of algae in there. You probably can't see it from there, but I'll do some close-ups in a minute. And hopefully by the end of the video it will be lovely and sparkling and much improved. Okay, so here you can see some of the algae, loads on the glass, at the bottom of the glass near the substrate. On the Laganendra leaves you can see quite a lot of brown algae there built up. On the dragonstone, brown algae again. And the glass needs a really good clean. The Java fern leaves have got a little coating of brown algae on as well. The wood and the glassware definitely needs a clean. Okay, so first job we're going to clean the aquarium glass. So I'm going to use this, which is a long arm scraper. It's got two sides, one for coarse, for stubborn algae, and the other for softer algae. And then Florence is going to use a toothbrush and help me out. She's going to clean some of the wood. Got some really loose brown algae on there, which should come off really easily. So yeah, away we go. Okay, Florence, wanna? No, that's fine. Is it coming off easily?
Yeah.
So I'm paying really good attention to the top of the tank because the hard water deposits build up and look really unsightly as the water evaporates. And we keep the filter running while we're doing this, and then hopefully that sucks up all that loose matter that's floating around and removes it from the tank. We want to get rid of as much waste organic matter as possible. The fish might be a little bit skittish, but they get used to it after a while. We just do that, and we just clean all the glass, all the wood. Pay attention to the corners of the tank where the silicon work is, so the silicon doesn't get coated in green algae. Okay, so we've cleaned the aquarium glass now. We've paid particular attention to the top where the evaporation causes a hard water and scum deposit. We've paid attention to where the substrate is because the algae can build up there, and it's quite a stubborn algae, so we use a toothbrush for that. We pay attention to the corners of the tanks as well because algae can build up there, and obviously we just clean all of the glass. Next job will be to clean and trim the plants. So there's a few plants that have got a really kind of loose brown algae on them, so that will just rub off, no problem at all. And the hygrophila at the back, some of the emergent growth is struggling to adapt, so I'm just going to trim that right back, and then the new growth will be in its submersed form. Okay, so I've sorted all the plants out. I've given the Java fern a bit of a prune, hopefully cleaned pretty much all the algae off all the leaves. Given the hygrophila at the background a really good prune as well. Hopefully that's going to regrow some lovely new growth. And that's about it really. It didn't take too long. And now I'm just doing the water change. So my water change system is really simple. I just have an Eheim Shepherd's crook there, you can see, with the strainer on there, attached to some regular hose. That gets siphoned out into my back garden, which helps feed the plants. And then whilst that's happening, it's quite a slow process because it's quite a small diameter hose. I'll take the glassware off, give that a clean, give the filter a clean, and then by the time it's ready to fill up, the filter and the glass will all be ready, and then we'll be ready to top up with water. Okay, so I've siphoned out, well, I'm talking about 70% of the water there. It's a bit larger water change than I normally do, but because it's been so long since I did the last one, it's quite a lot of algae, so I want to dilute that as much as possible. So I've done a larger than normal water change. Whilst that was siphoning, I cleaned the glassware, I cleaned the filter pre-filter. It's the Fluvel G6, which has a removable pre-filter, which is really easy to clean. And then whilst all that's happening, it's really important to spray the Java fern and the other plants as well. If they dry out, then they can die quite rapidly, so it is important to keep on top of that. And now what I've done is connected the other end of this hose. So instead of siphoning it into the garden, I've just transferred the end of this hose into a submersible pump, into a bucket, into my utility room, and I pump dechlorinated water back into the tank. Okay, so the tank's now maintained, and it's taken about 2 hours start to finish. It's taken a bit longer than usual because it's a larger water change and I've been using the video function obviously. The water's a little bit cloudy. I generally get that after a large water change, and the filter's blowing out lots of air bubbles after being cleaned. I'm really pleased with it. It's always a nice feeling after you've maintained the tank. You can sit back and really enjoy it without thinking, oh, I need to maintain it. Okay, so Florence is going to feed the fish. Go for it.
Okay.
Okay, just come and sit down and relax and watch the party. Yeah, I do like that food. This is actually, what's the food over? This is actually nanotropical, so it's designed for, it's more for the harlequin resborers, but the tiger barbs love it obviously. This was actually given to me by Dave Pearce from Aquarium Gardens, so shout out to Dave for that, thanks mate. You can probably see the bubbles coming out there, can't you? So it's making the water a little bit cloudy. But it looks a lot better than it did, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay guys, so that wraps it up for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, share it with your friends and keep on scaping. Cheers, bye bye.